We're probably live.
Hello, everyone.
Probably live.
Welcome to another episode of Dice Droppers, where a group of friends sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons while attempting to not allow their dice to fall on the floor. I am your game master for tonight, Lawson, and here we have another exciting episode in the adventures with Moonslippers as they traveled on the border of the Darklands, escaping the clutches of, let's say, the Donnie and other evil folks that were patrolling the area.
And I'm not your host, Eliza, character in the story.
And I'm also not your host. I'm Luke. I'm just here.
Here for a long time, not a good time, am I right?
Evidently, if we're going to keep dragging out the intro, we are going to be here for a long time and not a good time.
So, last we left off, the adventurers had been, we'll call it, they were barricaded by the monsters known as the Piercers, and a noble-like humanoid, looking almost vampiric-ish, stood in between them and said that the Count has summoned them to his, well, castle. Party had vanished and have now teleported themselves into the lair of the Count. Sebastian stands at the foot of the stairs looking at the rest of your group and says, my Count, I have brought in everyone that you have requested. The Count looks at him, looks at the rest of your group, and gazes upon the stature of everybody. With his hand raised forward and pulling his arm up, you see as the ground and cobblestone begin to open, as different bones begin to kind of appear and form, and the clanking and rolling of the actual bone come from underneath the cobblestone floor and begin building themselves into an actual skeleton body. Sebastian looks over at the Count and goes, Count, you invited him here. I want to see what they are capable of. And as such, you see as 5 skeletons are now in front of you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my god. I got a natural 1.
Sucks to suck!
I'm going last.
And I got a
fell over
natural
before
1.
the battle started.
No way!
Yeah.
Another
Two.
natural 1?
Ah,
Alright,
I
now
got a 4. I got a 4.
no
and I thought I was
fucking way. I rolled a natural 1 too.
I got an 11.
I
Like,
got a natural 1.
I'm not kidding.
No fucking way.
Babs, no!
What does that mean if we all roll?
Stop.
4 out
I
of the
thought-
6 people here.
I thought I was going last, and I got a 4.
This
I
is
got a 4,
amazing.
and I was like, I'm going last.
No,
This is
I'm
the
still
funniest
going
If I get a
thing
second.
first with an
I've ever
11, I'll eat a
seen.
fucking shoe.
This is the
By the
funniest
way,
thing,
let's
funniest
plus
thing I've
my
ever seen.
modifier. I rolled a 2.
I
rolled a
cannot
2
believe that
and
just
then
happened.
plus 2.
First roll of the night, everyone rolls nat ones. Freaking amazing.
So,
You get a
Okay.
nat one.
so does this
Um,
we
the
add
tone.
our modifiers, or
Yeah.
do we
Yeah.
roll again?
You add
That's
your
my
modifier, but it doesn't do anything. Usually when it's tied, whoever
Roll
has the
now.
higher dex goes first, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
+1.
Yeah, so if anyone has, so if you have a tie, so let's say you roll natural 1, you have a 4. Whoever has the higher dex modifier, they go first. Does that make sense? So if you add up to
My initiative is technically a 6, but
Yeah.
just rolling.
Yeah, mine's
That's
technically
amazing.
a 4.
I can't believe that happened.
Mine's a 2.
10 and higher.
I got an 11.
5 to 10.
6.
Okay.
Oh wait, I got a 5.
Okay, so we're just
Okay.
ignoring that everyone got natural ones and still making me go last. All right.
That's how
Luke
it works.
should go before. Luke
Not
should go
quite.
before us.
I
And
rolled
then-
a 2. I rolled one higher than you. I deserve to
Or
go.
what'd you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Okay,
2.
cool. Okay. Sounds great. All right. So, with that being said, Karst, you are up first.
That's
You.
right. Big guy's up first, huh? I'm gonna stomp on forward here, and I'm gonna look back at everyone and be like, "Get a move on, you guys are lagging behind." And I'm
Fuck
gonna.
off, Karst.
I know I got a little Scottish
Tired.
there, but I'm gonna.
Aye, you guys are lacking behind.
You're lacking behind. I'm
You're
gonna.
lacking.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do my Channel Divinity, Twilight Sanctuary, and a 30-foot radius around me is going to start glowing with purple energy as I channel the goddess a little bit. Can I activate that on Roll20, by the way, or do you have to do that?
You could do it, I think.
If you go under your settings, so like the little settings button, and you look at the token aura, then you can do 30.
Token. Oh, on my mini. Okay. Oh, yeah, I just had to scroll down. Yeah, got it.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. All right, cool. So I'm gonna do that with my action. My bonus action, I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon at 2nd level here.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast it straight down at the nearest. I'm the one on the right. We'll do him.
And what is your spiritual weapon again?
It's an axe. It's a void axe. I'm gonna tear it out of the sky. It's gonna come hurtling down at him. Looks just like my axe that I wield, but black with black energy in its blackness.
There you go. All right.
Well,
This one?
I'm not seeing it.
Damn, Sebastian looks cool.
All right, cool. You have control of it now.
Did you add it? I don't see
Yeah,
it
it's
for
right
some
here.
reason.
Oh.
It's hiding. Give me 1 second.
Oh, sure.
I'm just gonna do something fun for you.
I cast spiritual weapon very slowly.
There you go. There you go. That way you'll see it.
Okay, cool.
There you go. I just like.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Is there a way for
yeah.
our names to be shown
As
on here?
the weapon comes flying down from the top, it slams through the roof. Comes down right on top of hitting the skeleton, right?
Well, maybe. I hope so. Maybe not, though. It's going to be a... I need to pull this up. +7. It's going to be a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
So it comes down and plants itself in the ground right next to him. Barely missing.
Ding! Slamming, hitting its armor and then slamming to the side. The skeleton kind of... You hear the clinking of its bones. Kind of looks over at it. Turns its head at you. Sailful, you're up. You see as the hammer of the sky comes flying down, hitting the skeleton, causing no effect.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm
I
going
apologize.
to.
I need to maneuver these guys a little bit. Sorry.
I'm going to see the miss. I'll say you wanted me to step up, and I'm just gonna run up and like 45-foot dash, 2 slices at it.
All right, go for it.
16 plus 9 is 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then the second one is 21.
Both of them will hit.
Okay. So. Dun, 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 dun. How many sneak attack dice do I have now? I think it's 3. Da, 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 da. Well, 15. 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I don't think I have any more movement. So I'm just going to stare down the Skelly boy and take
Okay.
my temporary healing, I think, right?
Yep, 1d6 plus 6.
Plus
You
6?
Yeah, doggy.
you take out your
You're
blades, and as you break apart its body, it falls down to the ground. Upon which your turn ends, and immediately you see the bones begin to kind of fold up. And now there are 2.
Oh god, we have Hydra zombies.
Okay.
What?
Ryo, it's your turn.
Well, then how did we kill them?
You know, you don't.
When there's a will, there's a way. All
We
right.
have to split each of the skeletons like into like every time they split apart, they only have half as many bones. So we just have to kill them. We have to kill each of them like 103 times, so that
Perfect.
eventually all 206 bones are by themselves and don't have mobility anymore.
I have just the amount of
Alright.
spell slots for
Objection, metagaming.
All right, I'm gonna move my
Sustained.
guy to this
Objection.
guy over
that.
here, to the furthest guy away, because I'm a fast woman, and I'm gonna hit him with the golden fist.
Okay.
And I rolled a 21 to hit.
Yep. You spend a key point.
Okay. This is to what? To hit or to get there?
No, I'm asking if you wanted to spend a key point or not to do something.
Well, the first one's just my action, and then I would spend a key point to take a possible
Bring it down.
second one. But
All right, give me 1 second.
All of a sudden, everyone automatically freezes in place for no reason at all. Even count.
it's just an action, right?
Yeah, she's just attacking.
He was
Yeah.
asking if you
Okay.
wanted to spend a key point to do your flurry of blows because you usually do, but you didn't say it yet. So he was just asking.
Well, usually she makes the attack first and then she does it after.
Yeah.
But
If you're open
Yeah.
hand after you hit, you
two
can choose
separate
to-
actions. It's an action and then a bonus action. It's not the same thing.
And my open hand technique is that
It's after
is
you
That
that
would
a key
be-
point?
That would be a key point, yeah.
a key point after you hit. You don't have to declare it before your action.
Mm-hmm.
And you could do it like for an
Okay,
action
thank
or a
you.
flurry of blows hit or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Also, you get 2 attacks. Don't forget that.
Yes. Yes.
Damn, monks are cool.
Yeah.
I wish my character could do cool things. But he just gets killed and then he just gets smoked in battle and then punked in social circumstances.
Sorry about that.
But he looks real edgy doing it.
Real edgy.
All right.
Arya wanted to say hi. She needed to give me a big hug. I needed some major support tonight.
Okay. So that's 11 for damage.
Okay.
For the first hit.
When the punch goes through, you hear the breaking of like the bones in its ribs.
And
That's not where the ribs are located,
ooh,
Luke.
max damage for the second hit. We got a 12 for the second hit. 2 unarmed strikes.
Right across
that's-
the face. Breaking it, shattering its skull.
So
Your
that's
fists-
23 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Well, I just leveled up, so I get magic damage.
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
Magic bludgeoning.
Magic
But they
bludgeoning
have
damage.
magical abilities.
As the bones
Magic.
like are splintering and smashing apart, he's down.
Okay. Well then, he's not coming back up.
No. Breaking its bones, you see the bones that are trying to like move together, but like basically they're like trying to work and move and stuff. It's not happening.
Okay, I go to the next guy over. He's with the rest of my movement.
Okay.
And I'll do the same thing. Spend a key point to do the same thing. Oh, okay. So that's gonna hit. I rolled lower last time. I just don't want to do the mental math, okay?
Nope. Call it out.
Fine.
Each skeleton has a different armor class.
I rolled a 29.
That'll hit.
Does that hit?
I can't wait to get to like some boss fights. I'm gonna be like, just a 45 hit. It's gonna be like, what?
Okay.
Homebrew
So
garbage are
that
you
hits,
using?
right? All right. Roll for damage. Oh, max damage. Okay, I rolled a 12 on the first hit.
Okay.
And then, okay, does a 24 hit for my second fist?
24 does hit.
And I rolled a 7 for damage. So 7 plus 12 is 19. I rolled 19 damage on that guy.
Okay.
And it's magic. It's magic.
punching him across and through its armor. Looks very beat up at this point. Kind of, its jaw is like almost like falling off. Kind of looking at you. Eva, you're up.
All
Oh,
right.
wait a second. Wait, I'm not finished. Can I spend actually no, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. Continue. Proceed.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. So I'm gonna roll to hit. I'm gonna hit this one on the I'm gonna hit this one on the left here. I'm gonna hit this guy and this guy. I'll move a little bit out of the way so that way they don't hit. I think this is Karst right here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is the healing 1d6
Yeah. 1d6 plus
Okay.
6.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 6.
plus 6?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And it's
roll,
temporary.
roll a d6 and then add that to your temp HP. It's not healing, it's like adding on top of what you already have.
It's like a buffer on top, yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And it replaces every turn with 1d6 plus 6.
Okay. So it's a 14, a 22, and then a 10.
22 will hit.
All right. That's 6 points of fire damage.
Which one?
Middle one.
Middle one. This one.
As the fire gets launched out and bursting as it makes impact to the skeleton, the bones shatter, falling down to the ground, and all of a sudden, another one pops up.
Okay, so there's okay, so Ryle's the only one who can feed anything. We're screwed. Everyone just protect Ryo.
All right. Are you doing anything else?
I can.
Okay. Aura, you're up.
Wow. Okay. First, I will take my movement up to 30, up to there. Here. And say, you guys are really far away. And she casts Produce Flame. and chucks at the one in front of her. Well, this one specifically.
Okay. Some Zuko shit we got going on here.
Yeah, that's a natural one.
And you can also attack with a flame. Doing so, the spell ends. When you cast a spell or as an action later in turn, you can hurl a flame at the creature 30 feet. On hit, you take 1d8 fire damage. All right, cool. Which one are you doing? This one?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a natural one.
Oh, all right. So, as you take your flame and you hurl it, you actually end up hitting Ryo. So,
Okay, right.
roll damage.
Yeah.
You're right there, line of fire.
You are right there.
Literally in the line of fire.
It's 2d8 now
What?
because I'm higher level. It's 8 points of damage.
8? Okay.
Yeah. So as you like take the fire out, you hurl it, and you seeing that it's headed towards Ryo. Ryo, I will say,
warn me?
yeah, it's a natural
did you
one.
say anything, or did you let it hit me?
It missed and it hit you by accident.
It's a natural one. Sorry.
Remember when I said 2 seconds ago that we needed to protect
And
Ryo?
the fire
No.
impacts in the back of you, Ryo, and with searing pain.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Sorry. Say
Sorry.
something sucks. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
And
At this point,
I
what are you
use
doing?
my bonus action and become a giant constrictor. If I can't throw things, I'll eat things.
it's
I
so
need
much fun when
giant
Oscar's like, I'm gonna transform, and I'm like, well, hold
Now I
on.
have to find the asset.
Question.
CR2, giant constrictor. Let's go.
Give me 1 second.
Auto druids, transform.
There you go. There's
I'm
your.
quite bigger than that, but yes.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I gotta get you to control it first. Testing
Poor
my
Kyle.
DM capability.
By the power of DM, you are now
Boom.
grown
Right
4
there.
sizes. There you go.
There.
I am 15 by 15.
You're 15 by 15.
I am.
Lord. All right, there you go. Jesus, that's fucked. Unbelievable. All right.
Big.
So these two, so the skeleton staying within melee range is going to come over here. Back of Salithol. Definitely flanking for sure.
Are skeletons smart enough to know flanking rules? Come on.
They're being controlled.
Yeah, they're made by the same guy.
Takes his short sword out.
I
see.
For a 22, will hit.
Okay.
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Good thing Karst temporary hit points.
Oh yeah.
This one
Oh, don't forget Aura.
is going to also attack Salithol as well for 21.
Okay.
And that will only be 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
All right,
That
so
one.
yeah, so first one hitting you in the back, you kind of turn, look back as the blade pierces into you. Look forward as you see the other one lunging forward to go for a almost jab forward. Barely get out of the way. It still nicks you a little bit.
Mm.
This guy is gonna run up to the giant boa, taking its daggers out.
Oh.
Okay, that will be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And a 22.
That misses. I'm kidding. It hits.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream because my eyes were like, wait, what?
You said the same number twice.
I was so confused. All right, so that will be a 6 points of piercing damage and 5 points of piercing damage. A total of 11 points of piercing damage to the giant boa. All right. This one is going to run up towards Karst. Seeing he runs forward with his sword. 15.
Doesn't hit.
All right, takes a. Actually, sorry. Yeah, that's 15. All right, blade comes flying across,
I'll parry it.
parrying it across the side. All right, these two guys. One's gonna come over here. The other over here for flanking. All right, that'll be a 22 for the first attack,
That'll hit.
doing for 7 points of piercing damage. The other one is going to make the same attack
Okay.
with a natural 20 for the second one. And max damage, which was beautiful. So that is, let's see,
That's
6.
the opposite of beautiful.
Not very good.
I made a
18
joke.
points of piercing damage.
How many
18
total, or with the 7?
total. Oh no, wait. 18. The 7 was a different one. 7 points of damage was total for the first guy. 18 was total for the second. So total of 25.
Okay.
We made a joke before the stream. We were like,
down?
"Hey, what if we kill the vampire before, like what if we kill him session
Well,
1?
yeah, because I
We
don't
can't
think
even
I
beat
had
his
any healing.
minions."
I don't
So
even think I've had healing time since
you-
since our last battle, so I
haven't.
would be down. Yeah, so I'm
but
down.
did you calculate your new health when you leveled up?
Oh, you add 6 to your
No.
existing.
You should add.
I
You should add.
literally
Oh.
told you to
Add the
do
same
that.
amount.
I told
No,
you not to
she added to her
do
max
that.
HP. She just didn't add it to her current.
I didn't calculate. Yeah,
It should.
I didn't
It should
calculate that.
add to your current too.
Okay, so then
Make sure to
I
add
I'm good
Constitution
still.
modifier as well.
Chris,
Wow, good
did you
DM
do
catch, huh? He is merciful. Not
Okay.
Matt
I'm
Mercer,
still
but
good then.
merciful.
Matt Merciful.
Matt Merciful.
I'm still
Definitely
good
Matt
then.
Merciful. That needs to be a shirt. That needs to be a shirt. I am Matt
I'm
Merciful.
almost certain it is.
I want to look it up.
You're the DM. I'll look it up.
Let's keep playing.
All right.
Whose turn is it?
All right. So, with that being
Give us
said,
up.
so you are not down, right?
No.
So the third skeleton pops up and is gonna kill you.
As is now the beginning of the next round. At this point, the skeleton that was once down, its bones and everything are slowly pieced back together, and it is now back alive. Okay. Cool. So it's Karst's turn. Karst, what are we doing?
Yeah,
As the fight is ensuing before you.
yeah. I'm gonna see Sail and Ryo both getting ganked up on there, and I'm gonna see Ryo taking the worst of the beating. So I'm gonna start running toward her around the boa constrictor here.
Okay. Would inflict an attack of opportunity by this guy. Just letting
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, he'll get one. He can do that.
All
Cool.
right. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
you're okay with that. All right.
Okay, yeah. I deflect his first blow, and I just sprint right past
All
him.
right.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Oh, I misses? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So while I'm sprinting over, I'm gonna look over at Sail and I'm gonna pull my with magic stuff I'm gonna pull my axe from the ground and swing it back up at the skeleton behind him with my bonus action.
This guy.
Yep, the one that he attacked the first time. Yeah, the one right behind
Cool.
Sail. And that's
Yep.
gonna be a dirty 20 to hit this time.
Yep. The axe.
Nice. And that's gonna
How much
be
damage?
+4, for 8 points of damage, force damage.
All right. The axe comes swirling through, completely cutting it in half as it's from the waist down. The top part falls to the left, and the other part falls to the right as the bones just plank down.
Nice.
And all of a sudden, there are now 2 of them.
It is magic force damage, just so you know too. It's not
Yep.
slashing. Okay, just making sure. Cool. I did what I can there, and I'm going to, for my action, reach over to Ryo and sort of help straighten her up a little bit after she got hit. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on her, just trying to leech off some of my magic energy into her.
Ooh.
And I'm going to cast it at 2nd level.
8th level.
That's going to be 2d8. 9 plus. Sorry. 13 points of healing for you. Ryo.
Thank you.
And don't forget if you didn't get your temporary hit points last turn too.
No, I did.
Okay.
It's only at the end of our turns.
Yeah, it's at the end of
Isn't
it. Yeah, I was just reminding in case she forgot before.
Okay.
All right. So,
Can I get my hit points?
I have questions. 2 questions. Are the skeletons, once they get back up, do they look noticeably worse for wear than the ones like
roll a perception
it
check.
got split from? Well, is this my action or is this just something that I'm seeing? Okay. Natural 1.
No.
Okay, I've got no clue. And then the second one, the one that
He just accepted it immediately.
They look
the
strong.
I didn't even
Ryo
respond.
hit.
I was just.
the one that Ryle hit that you said.
That's what I need to do for checks from now on. If you guys roll a nat 1 for checks, I did not even say anything.
The one that Ryo hit, did it eventually get back up, or was it still down? And it was a different one that got up.
From where you're currently standing, you're not sure if it's a new one or if it was the current one. That's all I can say.
Okay. I dislike the situation that I'm in. I'm going to. Okay. I'm
Good.
going to disengage from the one behind me, swivel around, and try to flip my weapons to the pommels, since I think cutting them is a bad time. And I'm going to flip my weapons to the pommels and try to like smash the skull of this one.
Would that be a bonus action?
Huh?
Would that be a bonus action? Disengaging is an action.
I'm a rogue.
So you can do that as a bonus action, right?
Yeah. Can I-
Okay. So just specifying bonus action to disengage, going around, attacking with pommels.
Yes.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
Okay. 15 plus 9, 24. And I don't have a bonus action, so that's my 1. 12 points of maybe bludgeoning damage of whatever damage you deign, because it's still my.
So
it's still
which
my
guy are you
spell.
hitting again?
Huh?
Which guy are you hitting?
The one in between me and Ryo. That
This
one
one?
right there.
Okay, cool. And you said how many points of damage?
12.
Okay, yeah. Taking the pommels, slamming them both the side of the skull. It literally just breaks apart and falls down. You don't notice, you don't notice immediate restoration into 2 different entities.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just don't smack him with any sharp shit. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Ryo.
I would like to look at the vampire dude and see if it looks like he's controlling people.
Which vampire?
The one that's in the chair right above everybody?
Yeah. He's looking and almost just kind of leisurely just holding his arm. Just watching the fight ensue.
I'm gonna run up to him and try to hold on, let me see how far. Let me check my speed and make sure I can do that.
You have a speed of 50 feet.
I just didn't do the little arrow guy.
You
Oh,
would
yeah,
get to
I
like
can get
right
there.
in front of him, probably.
Who's the skeleton in front of him?
That's
That's
Sebastian.
the other vampire.
Sebastian.
The other.
That's the dude that talked to us when we were on the outside. He was the one who said the master has summoned you, or like has invited you to
Oh. Okay. I should make it to him though. 50,
in theory.
right? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I'll run up to him
Go ahead, run up to him.
and I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay. Roll.
Is she up there?
She has 50 feet of movement.
Well, no, I thought like
And-
I don't know. I guess I thought that somebody would stop her.
I need you
It's your
No.
turn.
Ryo, you need to immediately roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
There it is.
But I didn't even roll my hit yet.
Roll a wisdom saving throw right now first.
Okay.
There. That we just had to run up there and smack
Wait,
him.
hold on.
Like that would just
First of
that
all,
would be the case.
I have a question. Am I being charmed?
You are being charmed.
I have advantage then.
Okay, then it's a normal roll.
What do you mean then it's a normal roll?
I will explain. So you're in the Count's lair. He has advantage to charm people inside of his lair. He is attempting to charm you with advantage. You also have advantage, so it's a normal roll.
Oh, okay. I rolled a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Yes.
I rolled a 12.
You have failed the roll.
Oh.
Now, you're being charmed.
This is
And
really
now, as you're approaching the vampire, you're like, oh, it's a good friend of mine. Wait, why are they attacking all of his friends? That's terrible. And now, you definitely are upset that these anti-skeleton vampire folks are attacking the skeletons. So you get to, let's see, where is 30 feet from him? That's about right. That was pretty good. That was pretty good without even looking. You get to about here and you turn back around. And now if you want to attack anybody, you would attack anybody besides skeletons. So
Okay, I don't want to attack anybody.
It takes the vampire's requests or actions in the most favorable way it can and is willing to target for the vampire's bite. Okay, cool. So
You can say things,
this happens. So you see as the vampire is a trusted friend and is someone that you've like been friends with for a very long time. You're not under its control, but it tells you go attack those folks. And points to your friends. And you feel very compelled to do it.
Oscar, see how far away I am.
Hi. That's not me.
That's me.
I already counted that.
Oh.
That was me. I was
Okay.
checking something.
Well, I guess I rolled a hit on somebody else.
Can she run
Just
back?
looking
Does
my-
she have enough movement now?
It is
Yeah,
50
because I
feet.
ran.
She made it 20 to be within 30 feet of the count. so she
Oh,
gets 30
okay.
feet.
Then all right then.
She
So I
can make
can
it
roll.
back.
Got enough. So who do you want to attack?
You gotta
I'd say
know
it
to
would be
get
the,
to
it's probably be the closest person to you. Unfortunately, that would be
That'd be me.
Is that
either
Sayla,
Sailithal
Yeah.
Well,
or
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the two of us are the closest.
Okay.
That's
You know
typically
where I am,
how
though, 'cause you just
I would
came
run
here.
it for Charmed. By the way, if someone charms you and it's like tells you to go attack your friends, like it'd just be the closest person. It's just a little bit easier. It's a good rule of thumb.
Okay.
who's the weakest?
All right. I run
Who's
back
the
to
weakest?
Karst.
Who's the most vulnerable?
I run to
Ryle.
Karst and I try to attack him with my fist.
Karst, you look at Ryle's eyes and you can immediately see this like light blue glow of her eyes as they have definitely changed.
Ryan, what the hell are you doing?
He's my friend. I'll just try to make it seem like I'm
Just keep saying that. That's great.
He's my friend.
Okay.
Don't hurt my friend. Oh,
Um,
friend.
I swear, if you
My
finally use your open
friend.
hand technique.
God, we're dealing with fucking.
I just healed you.
Does the 17 hit?
It does not.
Girl.
Ooh.
All right. I'll roll again.
You punch my armor. Stop it! That hurts!
This was really expensive.
Does the 25 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Okay.
She's like, she punches you. You're like,
I rolled an 11 for
11
damage,
damage.
Chris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Christ. What's up with
Okay.
your
And then
damage
I'll-
rolls today?
And then I'll turn to Oscar since he's right there, and
Hi.
I'll attack him twice.
This is not good.
Does a 15 hit, Oscar?
Yes.
A 15?
Yep, that hits.
Oh,
It's a
unfortunately.
giant
okay.
snake.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if
Why
it
am
didn't
I-
hit.
My damage rolls have been so high.
Yeah, it used to be a good
Okay.
thing.
I rolled 12 points of damage.
Ow. The
I'm
pain.
sorry. I'm sorry. It was a bad move. I made a mistake.
I hit you first. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Damn. It's all Aura's fault.
Uh.
It's
It's not. I chose to go for the big bad.
This is probably like the most fun encounter I've ever had DMing so far. Friends will be foes. Foes will be foes. DM wins. All right, Ryo, I think that's the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn. I'm not
Oh,
doing
no.
anything else.
All right, cool.
Someone put me on the ground.
I was like, yes, it's definitely the end of my turn.
Someone put me
Eva.
to sleep.
Eva, you're up.
Put me to bed.
You're seeing as Ryo is just frantically punching your friends and a giant boa constrictor to remind you.
I've had this idea since last turn, and you moved them terribly perfectly for me. So, given the fact that everyone
Fireball.
in a 20-foot mile radius,
Fuck it.
I'm moving 30 feet back to about here, and I'm going to cast Fireball in the center and hit everyone. But
You're such
given
a
the
dick.
fact that I am an evocation school wizard, I can create 1 plus the spell's level worth of safety pockets, and you guys will take no damage. So I put the 4 around my 4 friends, and they
Fuck
will
is
take
this
no
shit?
damage.
Me.
What the fuck is this
Don't
shit?
put water on me.
And
Why
now
would you
I
do
will
that to me?
deal 8d6 worth of damage.
That's funny
So
because
go
one
ahead
pocket
and
is
roll
like
your
15 feet.
dexterity saving throws, Lawson.
I have a question. By pocket, how big is this pocket?
How big is a pocket?
covers
now?
It covers
Okay.
its individual targets.
Okay, good.
So this giant fucking boa constrictor, it's covering.
It's choose 1 plus
Yes.
the spell level of creatures.
Unreal.
It's creatures, not pockets.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Every time
So,
Luke does something
can
like this,
you-
I'm like, fuck, I gotta come up with ideas to negate this in the future.
So I'll run back and I'll cast with one hand. I'll cast little bubbles of light around everyone. All
Where are
of
you
my
casting it? Right here?
and it's right in the middle. I checked it with a thing.
Yeah, it's right
It,
here
it
then,
was
right?
able to hit like everyone barely.
Okay.
So that's why I kept checking with my arrow because I wanted to see how far away everyone was. So yeah, 8d6 worth of damage. So go ahead
He
and roll
drops
all
it
your
right on my
dexterity
head.
saving throws.
Alright. Alright, real dexterity for all of them?
What's a dexterity saving throw? Yeah, or they take half damage.
You can do
Alright, give me a
horde
second.
rolls if you want. Because it's what? 7 skeletons? 8?
It's okay.
Um,
Succeeds. Definitely does not succeed. One of them rolled a 20.
the DC is 14, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Only 3 succeeded.
Okay. So those will take. I think it's. It goes. It's rounded up,
Round
right?
down.
Or is it
Round
rounded down?
down.
Round down.
Okay, so given the fact that I rolled 29 damage, they take 14 damage then? Yeah.
Mhm.
So those
Okay.
3 will take 14, the rest will take the full 29 damage. And then the rest of you guys will take
Oh.
nothing.
Okay.
And this is all fire, right?
This is all fire damage. Don't worry, Eliza. You don't take any.
Done.
I know, but you should have hit me. Why?
Uh,
did
these-
I'm gonna kill you.
These two are disintegrated.
Nice.
Wish I could mass do that. That'd be cool. The bones are gone.
Nice.
So they ain't coming back. This one comes back.
Hmm.
This one. So I need to move you out of the way for a second.
The snake was picked up and flown across the room.
Yeah, I just need to move him forward so it's easier for me to touch.
It
First.
makes that sound like
Front.
it's like a coil.
Okay, this one duplicates.
Oh.
And then this one also duplicates. Okay.
So basically, I did nothing.
Say that.
There was 6 before, and there's still 6.
But they're away from our
There were
friends.
7 before, and there were still 7.
Okay, so I got rid of one of them.
Rid of 2.
And grew
Yeah.
2 new ones.
Give me 1 second.
That gives me an idea.
And then this guy's got. Alright, cool. Awesome.
Could make them like just not succeed their dex saving throw, then I could do that. But
Alright. Who's up next? Aura, right?
That is I. I take a punch from Rail because I deserved it, and I constrict this bony boy right here.
Which one?
This one.
Okay.
And
Wrap
I
around.
need a quick melee attack. I'm switching dice. That is a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Excellent. And he needs to make a DC, a strength saving throw, or be grappled.
Oh, he's not doing that. 10.
Sweet, he fails. He is now restrained. Excellent. And he takes. Boop, 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 boop. I need another. I'll get one later. Boop. Four. He takes 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
You constrict it, and it just explodes, scattering little pieces of bone everywhere. Definitely out.
Sweet. And I look at the other one.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Now, in my turn.
We're getting somewhere, guys. We're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't forget temp HP,
Teamwork
everybody.
makes the dream work.
Except for Eva.
Hey, I made sure I
These
didn't.
skeletons did not like
You're
what
outside
you
my
just
Oreo.
did to his friend.
Oh,
Good. They should.
I got. Wait, do I still? Does it like re-up every turn, or does it like fade
Yeah.
away if you're not in it, or
Every
because
turn
I was
you
in
get
the first turn, do I get it for the first turn and keep that, or no?
You keep it, yeah.
Yeah, you keep
Okay.
it. Every turn that you're
I
in
was
it, you
wondering
can
if I
roll
still
again.
had that.
All right.
All right.
Every turn you're in the Aura, you roll
Um,
again, and if you roll higher, then it replaces your existing temp HP.
One's gonna
Yeah.
roll against Zalithal. That
Or
will
if
be
you get
19 to hit for a short
That hit?
sword attack. Dealing 4 points of piercing damage as it's coming across, barely piercing the side of you. We have these two are definitely flanking. These two are definitely flanking. This one is not. This one is not.
Hey,
4 flanking attacks.
guys. I think they're going to kill the snake.
19 for one. I'm just gonna add it up and let you know. So that's 4. That's 6 points of piercing damage for the first attack.
All right.
I'm down.
Second one is going to be a dirty 20, and that will be 6 points of piercing damage.
I feel like a raid boss right now.
7 to hit will miss. So the dagger comes across, swings, misses.
Bro, you suck.
That's the only one that wasn't advantage, by the way. Sorry. All right. The other one, it takes his short sword out, swings, misses. And then the last attack. All right. That is 19 for the short sword. And that is
I didn't get it.
9 points. 9 points of piercing damage.
That's 21 points of piercing damage.
Yep, total.
I am still standing.
Thank God.
Damn.
Okay.
Good for you.
Okay. All right. Top of the order, Karst. It's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna still puzzlingly looking at what's her name? Ryo. For
Ryo?
punching me in the freaking
Jesus.
chest and slapping me. So rude. I'm gonna put a hand on my
Eva
chest.
shoots a fireball at you.
Somehow I'm okay though. And then I'm gonna put my hand on my holy symbol, my pendant of the moon goddess. I'm gonna just whisper something inaudible under my breath, and I'm going to send out a wave of my channel divinity, turn undead. All undead within 30 feet of me, which is everyone around us, must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Nice. Good play, Chris.
Yeah.
Or Carl.
That's a 19.
Oh. Well,
This one is a 16. I don't like that. I don't want to use that one.
There's some wise skeletons.
That one is fine. I'm just rolling really high. This one is not. This one is not. And this one is not.
Cool.
So you gotta get a bit of them.
So 4 out of 7, I think, right?
Yep.
Cool. So whichever ones weren't fine, creature fails saving throw. They're turned for 1 minute or until they take any damage. They must spend their turns trying to move as far away from me as they can, and they can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
They also can't take any reactions. For their action, they can only take the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, they can only use the dodge action. Also, if any or all of those 4 are CR 1/2 or lower, they instantly, we'll say they combust in a dim purple flame and are destroyed instantly. Because of my level 6 feat from the cleric class. Destroy undead.
As this like burst of energy comes out, you just see as 4 of them just getting engulfed by this like purple flame and just disintegrate.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm just gonna make the battlefield a little bit prettier.
Cool. And for my bonus action, I will just metaphysically grab my hammer there, and I'm gonna whip him over at the nearest skelly, and I'm gonna smack him with the flat end of the hammer instead of the edge of it.
Yeah, go for it.
That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Ooh, max roll. That's gonna be 12 points of damage, force damage.
As it just gets completely covered in splinters of bone scatter all across the floor, clinking on the ground. You see a jaw just kind
Nice.
of. That one's done too.
That's my turn.
Aura!
And Aura disappears. Is there an undo in here? I think there's an undo. There we go.
Oscar, you're muted, by the way.
Loud cars coming nearby. Aura has been killed.
What?
Right. So this guy done. Okay. All right. That was your crew move, right, Karst?
Yep, that's my turn.
All right, Sailful, you're up.
Okay. I dislike the idea of smacking Ryo in the back of the head, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna deal with this Skelly boy first.
Somebody put me to sleep.
All right,
There's an idea.
schmack. 18 plus stuff. $27.
That'll hit.
Okay, cool. And 15 plus 9.
Yep, that'll hit.
13 plus 6. Or 23 points of bludgeoning or piercing,
Okay.
whatever.
Bludgeoning or piercing? That depends on what you're doing.
Well, I was going for pommels ever since I saw my cutting thing split them.
Yeah, I know. I'll give it to you. Just again, you might want to do something different. It's all good.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. It explodes. Bones come flying all over the place. At this point, there are no more skeletons around you, but there is a friend of yours that is still menacingly staring at you guys with her blue eyes glowing.
We're still in initiative technically then?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pivot turn to Ryo. Say, all right, punchy punch, snap out of it.
Punchy punch.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Roll a persuasion check.
I don't think that's your
think-
call.
I don't think I can do that.
Nope, can't do that. It has no effect, but all of a sudden your eyes stop glowing. And Sebastian, who is standing there, moves over to the side as the Count gets up from his chair and begins walking towards your group, standing at the foot of the stairs. And with that, we are
I don't
going
like
to
the
take
count.
and with that, we are going to take a short break. All right. So,
Welcome back.
all right. So, last we left off, party had just finished the encounter with all these crazy skeletons. Ryo's eyes dissipate from the blue glow, and the Count steps forward off of his throne and walks forward towards you. Well, it seems that you are all up for the task.
Thanks.
Who said we're up for anything?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Count Luther Derfuick, and I am here
Count Luther Buick.
because I think that you and I share some similar interests.
How do you spell the last name?
Durfueyuk.
I would have never gotten that.
This is my home, and of course, Sebastian brought you here. I've been watching you from afar, and watching you through, well, many different channels, as you would call it.
I want to look at Aura with wide eyes and mouth the crows.
I'm still a snake. I can't speak.
You're still a snake. You can't
Yes, I'm-
read my lips.
Would your
Oh, no,
friend
I
be
can-
more?
I can understand.
Would your friend be more comfortable converting herself back to her form?
She's a druid. She's comfortable in pretty much any shape.
Are you gonna attack?
Are you? Are you comfortable?
No. I am not comfortable with you.
Sebastian, can we bring our friends and our new guests some food, maybe some water, ale? Anyone? Wine, specifically? Anyone?
I mean, I love some
No?
ale.
Sebastian, please go fetch our guests some drinks and bring the servants in too while you. Yes, master.
It's about time
You
we
see
got
a
some hospitality.
Sebastian leaves, and as it so happens, he gestures over, and you see as a table begins to just kind of form from the ground, almost like a stone table, perfectly presenting itself in front of all of you. And there are now 5 seats that wrap around, and then his 1 seat, which was as his throne, gets moved over and levitates towards the middle of the table as to looking around at the rest of you. Says, please be seated.
I'll remain standing, looking at the Count, and I'll sit down when he sits down.
You see as the 2 of the servants come in. Both are women wearing very noble like attire with red scarves around them, walking up with different assortments. There's fruit, there's bread. The other one is carrying ale, a bottle of wine. They place them down at the table, and he says, "Thank you very much." They turn and walk back. Sebastian later then re-enters into the room. As he sits down, the rest of you, I'm assuming, are sitting down? Or are you transforming back into human
I
form?
wrap around the chair.
Okay, so you're staying in snake form, so you're wrapped around the chair. And Count Luther looks at you and goes, I know you're a Ganassi, so why not just revert back to your normal form?
Hi. I drop form.
You drop form. That's better. So,
It's not really.
oh, why is it not?
Well, I mean, skeletons, man. You did attack us with skeletons. Like, you didn't really say anything. It's just right out of the gate.
Well, I've heard much about your party, and you've intrigued me and piqued my interest multiple times. Been following your journeys across different areas of Calderon. I must say, you guys are more skilled than I thought you were. But I had to see it from my own eyes. And rest assured, these skeletons, and as he turns and gestures, one skeleton appears, and he goes, are completely harmless, and they wouldn't have killed you. And he just smacks it and falls down.
I'm gonna say, as much as a warm welcome as that was,
Well, I wouldn't call it a
it's
warm
not
welcome.
as much as a warm welcome as you had given us. I would prefer,
Who's more bone
or
chilling?
I don't know how I can trust somebody who has me attack a friend.
Well, you did go after me, and that is my first line of defense, is just natural instinct. I hope you can understand. I would never have you... Well, apologies. I'd forgotten. Yes, Sebastian, bring over the vials, please. You see as Sebastian walks over and brings over 5 a lot larger vials of potion. And hands one to each of you. Take this as a parting gift from me, and please forgive me for my unwarm welcome. And immediately, Eva has seen this before. It is a superior potion of healing.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I'm not drinking mine.
I'm going to take mine and place it in front of me at the table. Well, we are attacked at with skeletons, then lauded with gifts. This puts me somewhat neutral towards you. You said that we were of a common mind in some regard. How would you describe that relationship?
Well, first and foremost, I'm sure you guys are aware of the situation at Blackrock. As it was taken over by none other than Balagos and his Red Dragon army.
Indeed.
And you guys were headed down south to go in towards the western outposts. Is that not correct?
We were.
Yes,
And
and of course there was a legion of probably about 400 or 500 soldiers headed exactly your way. My piercer stopped you. Sebastian brought you here, and I prevented for, well, let's just say not the friendliest encounter. But my curiosity got the best of me, and I had to see what you guys were capable of. And I can safely say that you guys, your group, can hold their own. And I'm confident that we can maybe arrange a partnership of sorts.
That's your terms.
My terms. Well, you're looking for a safe way into Blackrock, is that not correct?
We could.
We haven't really decided if we're going back to Blackrock.
Interesting. You venture out here for a ways, go to a northern outpost, kill a few soldiers, mind you, which I can rest assured they are looking for the folks who did this. And that note, luckily, and you see as a crow comes like flying over from where his seat is, from behind him, flying over, the crow plops down on his shoulder, and the crow is holding what appears to be the note, same note that Karst had written at the top. Yes. But luckily, I took care of that. And he throws it towards the middle of the table.
I mean, I think the note would have worked just fine, but you can do what you want. That's fine.
My friend, I've been very much aware of what is the current objective for the Red Dragon Army. And, of course, the border of the Darklands and, well, expanding my empire has been something of, an interest of mine for years. However, I have respected the dwarves at Blackrock for many years, as they have provided me necessary materials to really make sure that, well, my city grows and prospers and stays fulfilled. Of course, this was all done under the table. My proposal is this. If you wish to infiltrate Blackrock and seek out more information, unfortunately, I'm not able to infiltrate that city due to the Red Dragon looming and dwelling within there. But I think your group, given your skills and expertise, might be able to, well, infiltrate the city quietly. See what's there, gain more information, and bring that information back to me.
What do you want in return?
Well, what I want is just information. No cost to you guys. You just come back here and tell me what you found. In return, I will give you this. And it's like it's a small parchment, probably about, I would say, like maybe foot in length. And it's sealed and wrapped up. I will give you this, which I think all of you might be interested in looking in.
It's a mighty fine scroll of parchment, friend. What's on it?
You don't recognize the seal, and he turns the seal over. I'm going to have Eva roll a history check. And I don't think Karst knows what that is, and I don't believe that. I think Eva's the only one that would know.
18.
But I'll have
Magic though.
I'll have Ryo roll a history check as well, because you're an elf and you'd be older and might have heard this before. So with disadvantage, because I don't have your backstory, so I don't know how in depth you would know, but let's say you roll a history check with disadvantage. And what'd you roll, Eva?
18.
Okay. Looking at the seal, the seal is of 5, what appears to be 5, like, almost talons, almost in a circle. You don't get a good look, but you can definitely make out that there's something significant about these 5 talons. And after kind of thinking about it for a moment, you recognize that there was a historian that you read about that very much looked to gain information about dragons specifically. And you have somewhat of a hunch of what it is, but you do know that was his sealed symbol.
Okay.
And he was a very well-renowned historian, and also I don't really want to call it dragontologist. I don't know if that's a thing or not.
Dragonologist?
Dragonologist, yeah, sure. But just very well known. Raya, what'd you roll?
An 8.
You wouldn't recognize it. You feel like you've seen it before, but you're not sure. It's very recognizable, but you can't put your finger on what it is. And so Count Luther holds this up at you and goes, I will give you this in return. All I'm seeking is information.
This.
What are you going to do with this information?
You see,
You were saying something, Eva?
oh, sorry. I thought Ryo said something first. That was my bad. I didn't know which one of us you heard.
Well, I heard Raya, but you were the one who asked the first question.
Okay. Is this only a one-time agreement?
Oh. One-time agreement. Look, I'm interested in Blackrock. Currently, we are dealing with the death of Anslan. The Golden Dragon is long gone. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to you, Five, there are bigger things at work here. And part of my objective, which, Ryo, this might answer your question, first and foremost is I want to ensure the safety of my people. And secondly, the alliance with the dwarves was, well, I'll just say cordial. Probably better than cordial, pleasant. And to me, the lack of materials that I have around here and, well, our partnership is something that I miss. So, if there's a way or means that I can infiltrate Blackrock, discreetly, of course, and take care of whoever I need to take care of, well then, so be it. Unfortunately, I cannot go there. But you five can.
When the city fell, I would presume that most of the dwarves you were in contact with were members of high society, were they not?
Well, I don't think that they were of high society. Dwarves are very prideful people, and, well, they really took care of their own kin. Those that were of royal blood took and looked after their people. I worked very much with the king himself, actually, and, well, unfortunately, I would say that majority of the time I'd work with more of the superiors, as, you know, they didn't want to scare off any of their commoners or lower-ranked soldiers.
So then
So,
they
yes.
did have sway. The thing is, if I were to infiltrate and topple a city, one of the first things I would do would be kill any high-ranking officials so that there could be no attempt to regain the structure that once was. If we go back in and succeed in our goal, which is restoring Blackrock to the dwarves, do you feel confident that you would be able to make the same connections that you once had?
That's just a risk I'm willing to take. Unfortunately, I've lost more than I've gained in this situation. The dwarves, I have made sure that my piercers have been at bay, and other creatures were in the outskirts of the Darklands. However, right now, given the fact that there are other entities at work, let's just say that, you know, that control might not last as long. It's really in everyone's best interest.
Would you give me and my comrades a moment to speak?
Of course. If you do need any other food, refreshments, or anything else, please feel free to ask. I'll give you a moment, and when you're ready, just go ahead and flip over this mirror. And he just takes a mirror and puts it down on top of the table. Roll a history check.
Does that one look like similar to the one that Rael's friend was talking to, like in the shop?
Does.
Oh.
9.
Yeah, you don't recognize the mirror that much, Ryo.
Like, oh, cool.
But Aura does.
Yeah.
Same elegant mirror.
Neat.
Has Count Luther left at this point?
Yes, he has exited at this point.
Are we completely alone, or is his henchman still there?
Sebastian's gone. The Raven is gone as well.
This does not feel like the worst deal in the world to me.
I really, really don't like the idea of trusting new people, but all I'll say is that scroll is way more important than it may look.
What makes you say that?
I was in my hometown a long time ago, and I had read a book about Vedrix Vane, who was a dragon hunter and spent his entire life trying to find weaknesses and strategies to attack them. That seal is the exact same seal that was in that book. I think it would be very important to us. As much as I don't really trust Luther, I think that if we're careful and play our cards right, then everything might go well. But I won't make you risk your life. So what do you guys think?
I think ultimately, personally, I trust you all, right? I don't trust this Luther. I want to clarify. He's not just a person that we can't trust. He's a count. He's a commander of undead, a stealer of life and other things, I'm sure, but
Perhaps vampire
perhaps vampire.
as well.
And
I feel in this situation, this is really the best chance, the best opportunity we possibly could have. He's shown that he could squash us in an instant. He wants us to do something that we already wanted to do. He can help us in a way that we had not foreseen before. He's not stopping us from still gathering our own support.
Well, if he says, like you say, if he can squash us in an instant, what if he decides to put us on another mission and we refuse?
right, this isn't the kind of
I
relationship
don't
we
want
can
to
just walk
be
away
anyone's
from.
minion either.
I do not want to be anyone's minion. Certainly not. But if we get on his good side at this offset by going along with him in agreement rather than by threat of force, then we start to gain favor. If we get enough favor and we decide we don't want to work with him anymore, we can cash in that favor with a peaceful departure rather than him hounding us for the ends of the earth. The ends of whatever this continent is called. I don't have it.
Calderon.
Calderon, thank you.
I think if we refuse at this point anyway, he'll probably still make us go. So
Well, we'll probably still go anyway. It's the
But we-
real thing.
what our plans were anyway.
And I think he wants us to be. I think he wants us to be a partnership as well. Because if we go under the threat of force, there's no telling that what information we bring him is reliable. This works out the best for all of us if we play our position, but agree to what he wants. I think this is our go. I still think that we should go to Mount Fang and try to gather support, because information is all well and good, but if we don't have anything to act on that information, it's useless.
Strength in numbers.
Right.
Indeed.
I'm not going to claim to know your politics, Sale, but I trust him. I trust you. I think it's a good idea. I'll say we go for it.
All right. Since I appear to have the most ease of dealing with him, should I be the one to confirm this? Or would we rather to speak as a group?
I think we can get more.
You want to push for more?
Yeah.
What
Ma-
do you mean more? What more like?
More parchment?
More outfits, more style, finesse.
You can
I think
spend
we
your-
can get more.
You can spend your own money.
Do you want one of his fancy scarves, Ryo?
I want us all to have a fancy scarf.
You can have a fancy
Can I
scarf.
actually
I
keep
refuse
this
to
mirror?
Throw
accessorize
on
with
the
you.
fancy scarves, and we're in.
I can actually keep this mirror. I think some interesting
Ooh.
magic behind that.
In all,
Yes. See, now we're thinking, Aura. Now we're thinking.
it's likely that he'll ask us to keep it anyway if this is a way to communicate with him.
But we could get a second one, and I can study that one.
Why can't you study this one while we have it?
What if I break it?
That's-
Then he'll be angry.
That's fair. We'll ask.
It is
Any other-
magic. I have a feeling that it might have some durability to it.
Any other concerns?
Regardless, I think that the parchment is, again, more than you guys think it's worth.
Well, it's certainly worth something, but I doubt he'll let it
Should-
have it on the out the
I was curious. Should we actually ask him if he's a vampire, or would that be rude?
I feel like it's
I think
implied.
we should ask.
Because if he is, that's
Wait,
interesting.
did anyone take any wine? I just want to be like, look at the wine you're drinking. It's thick. It's blood red.
I mean, blood wine is an actual thing.
No, I just meant like it is blood.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Concealed slightly at the bottom.
I don't think he would do that. He's trying to make us comfortable, not uncomfortable.
Well, so we have our checklist. We are still allowed to go get outside help. I think that's probably favorable. We
Mhm.
get the scroll as a part of the bargain.
Mm-hmm.
We get a set of fancy scarves. We get a second mirror to study. These are lots of demands.
Yeah, I think honestly,
Like two.
I think you might say yes to the scarves. I don't know about.
I depends. I feel like that's something that we should try to gently push, but not really.
I can act to myself, really.
Yeah, Ryle.
Okay,
What me
okay. We
think?
don't have to get the scarves, but I
No,
think
no,
we
no.
should get the extra mirror.
We can get the scarf. I don't think he'll be too angry about that.
I feel the
That's
scarves
just
are kind
fact.
of a gimme. Karst, do you want something? Do you want like a fancy goblet from here?
Scarf is
But it
coat.
can't be
I kind
red
of want the
or
scarf, I'm
blue.
not going to lie to you.
It
What
can't
if-
be red or blue, though.
But
That's
what
really
if?
him.
But what if asking for a scarf is code for make me a vampire?
Oh my god!
Well, then we gotta confirm if he's a vampire.
Well, we're just asking for a scarf. We haven't even confirmed he's a vampire.
Nope.
Well, that can be a subtle way to pry as well.
Mmm.
Mm.
Politics.
So you don't want a red or a blue scarf, right? Like what? Do you want to make it a
Yeah.
purple scarf? You want to make
Well,
like?
the red
Sel,
ones
do
are
you want a
for
purple scarf?
servant.
I don't want a scarf at all. I refuse to accessorize.
If you do purple, I'll do purple. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I'm not
silver.
doing a scarf.
About silvery color. We are moon slivers, you know.
Ooh,
that's what I was
love
thinking
that
too.
Sheen.
idea.
But then Karst's whole thing, like it's not a silver light. It's like you would think that like a goddess of the moon would be like silvery, right?
I mean, I don't
Could
speak
be
for the whole
purple.
moon. I just like purple.
I like
Karst, next time we're back in Civilization, I'm gonna buy you a drink until we figure out what the hell's going on with your magic stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd love that.
Okay, I'm going to flip the mirror over
Okay.
and hold it.
Yeah, you're holding it and it's a mirror. You see your face, and then all of a sudden, just kind of begins waving a little bit, almost dissipating like rippling water. And you see Count Luther appear, and he goes, "Can I assume that your group has made a decision?"
We have. Would you like to have this conversation in person or over the mirror?
Give me a moment. You see it dissipate, and you just see yourself. He walks in, and so as you see that your group has made a decision. For that, we haven't really, formally introduced ourselves. So, please, all I know you as is, moon slivers, from what I've been told.
Well,
Moon sliver, singular, for what it's worth.
Oh, moon sliver. Okay.
pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Delathil Kathara.
Sailful Kathara.
I'm Evangeline Vislati.
Interesting.
And my name is Aura.
It's not.
Who's to
And-
say?
It was so stupidly pointless, and I loved it.
All right.
My name's Aura.
You are
No,
also.
my name's Aura.
No, my name is Aura.
Are you still charmed?
Count Luther, if I smack Ryo over the back of the head with the mirror, will it break?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, I'm gonna put it back on the table. This is Ryo, by the way.
Yes.
Yes. Hello, Ryo. And you, Mr.
Oh, I'm Cost. Pleasure to meet you.
Cost. Interesting pendant you have there, Cost.
It's helped me through some hard times.
Yes, of course.
Now that acquaintances have been properly situated, we have decided to go along with your suggested plan of action with a few questions.
Contingencies.
Contingencies might be a good word. We would ask that we would be allowed to continue with our plan of finding support at Mount Fang before heading directly back to Black Rock. We would ask for perhaps a second mirror in order to study the enchantment process and seeing if we could find a way to replicate a similar enchantment. And Ryo would be interested in some of the
And
scars.
Karst.
And Karst. We're interested in some scarves of similar fashion to what they have seen around your domain.
Right. That one's non-negotiable, for the record.
So, you would like a scarf?
Well, at least two.
Well, I'm not the one who makes them. I actually get them from, she's very good at what she does, and He's an assortment of clothes. As you can see, my gown is made specifically, hand designed, crafted personally to my liking. Well, if you go down to the town of Wigston, there is a shop there, and the shopkeep by the name of Saria will be able to help you with the scarves that you want. Just show her the mirror. She'll do it at no cost to you.
Oh god, it's your BFF, Ryo?
Yeah,
Oh, you
Yep.
know Saria.
yeah, we're besties.
Yeah, we
Yes.
spent a day, or a night rather, hanging around trying to see if she was dead, and she wasn't. So that's... Oh, holes are being filled in. Interesting.
Well, Saria is a very nice and kind soul, but she'd been asking to be transformed for a while.
Transformed.
Yes. I mean, it's not news to you guys. I mean, look around. You don't see the gargoyles around you on the pillars. You don't see the crypts of my fallen, beloved family members and the departed. I think you guys can infer what I am.
I do my best not to make assumptions. They tend to make people angry.
I believe
Not
I'm
one
right.
of those
Yay.
people. So I tell you what, you wanted a second mirror.
Yes.
She's interested in perhaps replicating something similar and is
Okay.
worried that if we are without
There's a small, like, little pocket mirror, probably about like big. That should work. People use that, I'd say more than noble women use that to powder their noses, but it's not really of use here anymore. So here, you can have that
Awesome.
one. And quite frankly, any mirror will do. You just basically need to say my name, Count Luther, and I will appear.
Now I have to figure out how it works. I now forgive you.
So the second mirror, the scarf, and then what? That was the other contingency that you wanted to go to Mount Feng before you leave over there.
It was our plan originally to gather support from both the survivors of Blackrock and the group of elves that were moving in that direction as well. We had hoped.
I had heard about the elves moving over there.
We had hoped.
What do you know about them? They've always intrigued me.
I know that they are of a singular mind and conviction, but that conviction might be turned towards the betterment of more than just themselves.
Interesting. Well, I'd like to say that I don't see a problem with that. I will say, though, it would be a little bit out of your way from where I would recommend you go. But nonetheless, if that's where you would like to, start your journey, then that's fine with me. And he goes over to he pulls out a map of Calderon, which is what we're on right now. If you look closely in the wastelands, there appears to be 3 rock formations that, don't look typically out of the ordinary, but 3 that are very distinct. Upon which that you will need to go and find, there's a symbol located on one of them, and it appears to be of 3 distinct slashes. Can't miss it, but most people think it's just normal structural damage. Place your hand on that, and there will be an opening leading down to it's a tunnel or sewers, if you would. Not a very pleasant place, but it'll lead you into inside of the walls of Blackrock. Blackrock also, just letting you all know if you haven't been there before. On top of Blackrock is actually a very large, almost, I wouldn't even call it a mountain, but a very large crest from the earth. with its ash made out of rock, and well, let's just say that there was never really grass was never really able to grow in there. The city is within the actual rock itself, and the outside of the city and the grasslands and everything is where mainly townsfolk live. Although I would assume at this point is where armies are being assembled. Inside the actual mountain itself, there will be a number of trolleys, levees, police systems, elevators, different paths and passages there. And really, mainly because that's how the dwarves mine. They mine through there. Bottom dwelling in it, I would assume, would be Balagos, which is the red dragon and his army, along with none other than Cairo Anton, I would assume. All I know is that once you go through this tunnel, appearing upon the other side, getting inside the city, there will be much army. So just be on your high alert. It should lead you into the back of a building that's parallel and in between a wall and the building itself. But again, I don't know if that structure will still be there or not after they had taken over Blackrock. Upon which then you'll be able to maneuver and weave your way in. There's really not much outposts besides the ones you've seen and the wall itself surrounding Blackrock. And then just make your way the same way back you came. And he marks it on the map for you guys right here.
Now that our deal is solidified, what information specifically are you after?
Specifically? Well, listen, and by all means, I mean, you guys are more than happy to travel your way to Mount Fang, but you will have to travel back. So again, it might take you a little bit longer. So I don't know how a sense of urgency is, but being that as it may, the information I'm looking for, just have a guesstimate of the amount of soldiers that are there, where they're located. Typical information that you would need if you were looking to, well, retake Blackrock. Also, if anything seems out of the ordinary, would be nice to hear about that as well. But just regular information will do. I'm not too
When
too
you say
picky.
retake Blackrock, does that mean that you were the one who had it beforehand?
He's gonna try and retake it single-handedly. Is what I think he's implying.
Would assume that the dwarves would be the ones that I would help retake this for them.
Okay, just making sure. Just
Uh,
making sure.
I had expressed
Insight
this
check?
before. All right, go ahead, roll an insight check.
My insight is not great.
You can roll
5.
insight checks, guys. He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
Very well. Are there any other questions among the group?
I will help you travel and put you on the outside of the wastelands, a little bit farther away, mind you, from Blackrock. And he's going to basically put you guys like right.
Is he telling us where he's putting us, or is he just
No,
putting-
I'm showing you on the map right now where you guys are. You guys are gonna end up like there. Put you on a little bit more north of where you guys were before, a little bit of ways away from the rest of the Red Dragon army. Make your way through the wastelands, and I would recommend probably going along the eastern side of Mount Fang, upon which you will then find the town that you are looking for. Which,
we
assuming
appreciate
you know.
we appreciate the gifts that you have bestowed upon us. We appreciate the boon of travel. And we look forward to the resolution of a successful mission resulting in the terms that we have stated. The scroll, of course, being a term.
Excellent. Well, I wish Moonsliver the best. He puts his hand out, and immediately you guys instantaneously are in the wastelands. It's a smaller, lower dense of fog. You don't hear any piercers nearby. You do see your cart fully intact. Appears to be that there are a full supply of rations and supplies in the back of the truck, with a note on top of it saying, "For the troubles." At this point, your group has now traveled back to the wastelands, and kind of looking back, if you were to, at the Darklands, you don't necessarily see anything. Almost like you were inside and immediately, instantaneously, you were gone. What does your party do?
Well, should we not waste any more time?
Let's get
We
going.
shall.
Oh, it's odd.
Quick question for the DM. What does daylight look like? Are we pretty close to like night, or is it?
It's night.
Okay.
You're probably getting to close to, like, if we were to put a time on it, like midnight.
All right.
I don't know about you, but I'm kind of sleepy.
Yeah, I could use a little bit of rest, but maybe we hit the sock. We get up bright and early and head on south. Does that sound good?
Well then, let's rest.
Today was something.
Fine to me.
I'll just
Okay.
crawl right into the back of the cart. I'm
I'm
tired.
gonna
Who's
put the
taking
mirror in the bag of holding.
Put the mirror back on the line. Who's taking first watch?
I'll take
will.
I'll wake up in 4 hours and take the second watch.
I'll take the third.
Okay.
Do we
So
need
for-
3 watches?
Who knows?
a full night is
Um,
3 watches.
A full what? But it's only 8 hours, right?
Long rest is 8 hours, yeah, but like to get that amount of rest for everybody, well, a long rest strictly is 6 to 8 hours. It's usually 8 hours, but for like a long rest so that everyone gets the rest, it's like 2 to 3 hour watch, rest, 2 3 hour
Because
watch.
you and I only need 4 hours. So like
Yes.
if we just did watch, that would be a full rest for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I was thinking.
Yeah. So like the way that I was doing it is that I take a watch, I'm awake, I have a little bit of downtime for like half of a second watch, and then the third watch I would be sleeping, or like I'm up first watch,
Mm.
do something half of second, or do like sleep for second, and I'm up for half of third.
Okay. Thank you
That's
for
the way I
clarifying.
was doing
Sorry
it.
about that.
But yeah, Eva and I are taking first watch, I guess.
Both of you, nothing happens. Few rustles, that you hear. You kind of look over and with your watches, and you just see that there's like, a bird, just like, something rustling, like a bug. Seems like a little bit. There's a little rabbit, and it kind of is like hopping away. Nothing out of the ordinary. It is now morning for the rest of your group.
I would like to, at some point in the night, try to make a poison.
I feel alive.
Okay.
I haven't decided what it is yet, so I'll let you know once I make a configuration that I'm happy with. But I'll let you know once I'm done.
Okay. Well, what number is this in terms of poison?
This would be my third poison that I'm trying to create.
So 2 more then, and then you would need to start finding supplies.
Okay.
Oh
Just
well,
letting
we're
you
in the wasteland. Everything's dead here. All right, I'll figure out my poison. I'll get back to you.
Okay. And that's where we'll end for tonight. I think this is a good ending point. Group has learned a lot, fought a little bit. Now there's a goal in mind, what you guys are looking to do. So for those that dropped in, thank you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you watching us. With that, that is the end of tonight's session of Dice Droppers. Thanks for dropping by.
Is that the sign
Bye.
off?
We effectively did not drop any dice tonight. Woo woo.
Wait!
Chuck it!
Chuck's dice.
I broke
Is that
a
enough?
window!